Expo Dubai, our starting point and finishing point on stage 6 of the UAE Tour. 180 kilometres to be taken on in a moderate temperature of around 27 Celsius and very little wind to be concerned about. While staying amongst all of these magnificent modern buildings, there was a lot of, protection to be offered up to the pack as well. The breakaway would surely be tempted by intermediate sprints, but surely we were heading for a bunch sprint as always. Out they came from the exhibition centre to play the game today. Well, playing the breakaway game constantly throughout this race have been Gazprom Rusvelo, and they put 3 men up front, including the black jersey of Dmitry Strakov. He getting greedy for intermediate sprints, and with the backup of Kochetkov and the young Czech rider Matej Vacek, he had a big advantage. 2 made it from Bardiani. Cannavaral, though, was to drop back to the pack, leaving Tonelli up front with Paul Lapera from AG2R Citroën. Well, timing is what this is all about. With 35 kilometres to go, it was 1 minute and 25 was the gap. It had been pared back to less than a minute, and then the peloton eased off. They were shooting the breeze, putting in the gels and the fluids. And then we started to head for home, and the gap was still there. Could the breakaway make it? Well, there seemed to be no panic at this point with 11 kilometres to go, but at minute 22, that was starting to look like the breakaway had a chance. And as the kilometres arched down, the gap remained, and a late push from the pack was all too late. It was going to be the breakaway. Well, Gazprom have been brave enough to get themselves into that break on every single occasion where one has been in the offing. And so it was that they came to the finale with 3 men and had to be favourites to take it. In the end, it was the youthful strength of Matej Vacek that was to have the edge. He pushed on once Kochetkov pulled off. Strakov in the black jersey had done his job to take that competition. But a stage win for a breakaway, something very special for the youngster from the Czech Republic. 19 years of age, 5th in the Road Race Nationals, now the biggest win of his career. As for the sprinters within the main bunch, Jasper Philipsen led them home. Dylan Groenewegen, nearest man to him, but all too late to make an impact on the day's result. Vacek supreme, and the breakaway given its reward after many days where they'd had their chances. Today they took it. While still a teenager, and when he looks back at the roster of those he has beaten today, Matej Vacek will be delighted to have got his senior career off to a winning start. Fabulous performance by him. And a wake-up call for everybody else. Watch this man. Well, the Raw said it all. Vacek took it ahead of Lipera, Strakov, Tonelli, Kochetkov, Philipsen ahead of Groenewegen, Ackermann, Barbier and Milan rounding out the top 10. So a new winner, and the breakaway finally got home. A day that Matej Vacek will never forget. And indeed, the peloton must never forget. The breakaway always has a chance. What will happen tomorrow? Well, Tadej Pogačar is out to be crowned, but he only leads by 4 seconds from Pippo Ganna. But Vlasov, Yates, Paulus, Almeida, Bilbao all have to believe that they have got a chance of removing that red jersey from the back of Tadej Pogačar. Will they do it? Well, you'll have to tune in to find out as we run 148 kilometres to Jabal Hafit. Jabal Hafit itself, at the end of a long flat day, so like an ice hockey stick, if you will, with its end tilted up. It all happens at the very last. A great finale in the offing then for what's been a terrific race, the UAE Tour. We had a surprise today. Will there be one tomorrow? Well, I'm afraid you're going to have to tune in to find out. The Burj Khalifa points to the sky, and so will the road at the end of this great race.